my name's Alex and welcome to New Life Church. A big welcome also if you are here for the first time. It's great to have you with us. And a big hello if you are joining us at home. Over the past few weeks we've been hearing about a man called Moses, and we're going to hear a little bit more about his story today. But it's also our story and it's God's story. So I hope you're ready to discover more about God and our relationship with him. If you have any questions, then ask any of the adults around you. Even if you're at home, ask your mum, your dad, or whoever looks after you if you've got any questions about this story or about anything you've been hearing recently. So I hope you're ready to get going. Are you? Great, let's go. So, where did we leave the people of God last week? Well, through Moses, God had rescued his people from slavery in Egypt, led them through the Red Sea and into freedom. God had promised them a new land, a new home to live in, but they were a long way from this new land, and Moses had to lead the people through the desert to get there. And it was hard in the desert. There wasn't enough food and there wasn't enough water. And it wasn't long before the people started to grumble. Now, you might get annoyed with your brothers or your sisters or your mum or your dad or whoever looks after you when they start to grumble. Can you imagine a huge crowd of people, thousands and thousands and thousands of them, all grumbling at once? That's what Moses had to face. And it was full-on complaining. They said, "We wish that God had killed us in Egypt. When we lived there, we at least could sit down and eat all the bread and meat that we wanted." They would rather have carried on being slaves in Egypt rather than be free, just because they were hungry. Now, God could have abandoned his people. They sounded so ungrateful that he'd rescued them, but he didn't. He loved them and was merciful. Do you remember that word from our memory verse, merciful? When you're kind to someone, even though they don't deserve your kindness. Well, the people wanted bread and meat, and God told Moses that he would provide bread and meat every day for his people, the Israelites. The people were to go out every day and gather enough just for one day, apart from the day before the Sabbath, the holy day of the week. That day, they had to gather enough for 2 days. And that's what he did. That evening, birds called quails, which are about the size of fat blackbirds, landed in the Israelites' camp. The people went out, picked the quail up, and cooked them for their dinner. Oh, I've eaten too much of that now. Sorry, bear with. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. I ate too much of that. Okay. The next morning, strange flakes lay on the ground. The people went out again and gathered up those flakes and turned them into bread. Now, I'm not going to eat any of this because I learnt my lesson with that chicken leg. But God told the people, only to collect enough for one day. But some people went out and gathered more than they needed. And the next day, that extra food had turned bad and had maggots in it. Moses was angry with these people because they hadn't followed what he'd told them to do. But the people had bread and they had meat and they had water too. God was merciful and showed great love to his people. It's memory verse time again. I wonder if you can remember the verse we've been learning so far. It comes from Exodus chapter 34, verse 6. Well, here it is. Let's say it together. After 3. 1, 2, 3. I am the Lord your God. I am merciful and very patient with my people. I show great love and I can be trusted. Exodus 34, verse 6. So, easy. Well, let's try it again, but we'll miss out one word and let's see if you can carry on. I'm going to stop saying when we get to that one word, but you carry on. Here's the verse again. Are you ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. I am the Lord your God. I am and very patient with my people. I show great love and I can be trusted. Exodus 34, verse 6. Well done. Well, how about missing 2 words out this time? Here's the verse again. I'm going to stop talking when we get to those gaps. You carry on. After 3. 1, 2, 3. I am the Lord your God. I am and very with my people. I show great love and I can be trusted. Exodus 34, verse 6. Now, let's miss 3 words out. Here's the verse again. Let's see if we can say it together. I'm going to stop when we get to the gaps. You carry on. Are you ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. I am the Lord your God. I am and very with my people. I show great and I can be trusted. Exodus 34, verse 6. Well, you're doing really well. One more challenge. Let's miss out 4 words. Here's our final version of the verse. Again, I'm going to stop speaking when we get to the gaps. You carry on. Are you ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. I am the Lord your God. I am and very with my people. I show great and I can be. Exodus 34, verse 6. So, how did you do? Did you get all those gaps? Well, don't worry if you didn't. Keep memorising it and keep remembering it, and then maybe next week you'll remember the whole thing.